I don't know if this has ever happened to you before, but have you ever listened to your own voice and it just didn't feel like yours? Not like the normal I sound weird on recording kind of thing. I mean, like, you recognize the voice, but something about it just feels off. Let me explain. I live alone. Nothing fancy, just a small apartment. One bedroom, tiny kitchen, the usual. I'm not really the paranoid type either. I don't believe in all those horror stories people post online. Most of them are obviously fake. My routine is pretty normal. Wake up, check my phone, do some work, scroll a bit, sleep. Same thing every day. So this whole thing, it didn't start as something scary. It actually started as something very normal. I use voice notes a lot. Like a lot. If I need to remember something, I don't type, I just record it quickly. Reminders, ideas, random thoughts, everything. It's just easier that way. So one night I recorded something before going to bed. Nothing important. Just something like, wake up early, 6 a.m., don't snooze this time. You know, normal stuff. The next morning, my alarm went off. I woke up, reached for my phone, and like I usually do, I opened my voice notes, just to remind myself what I said the night before. And that's when I noticed it. At first, nothing seemed strange. It was my voice. Same tone, same rhythm. Wake up early, 6 a.m., don't snooze. But then there was a pause and the voice continued. Don't turn around. I remember just sitting there for a second, like, what? I actually replayed it because I thought maybe I just heard it wrong. But no, it was there. Clear as day. Don't turn around. Now here's the thing, I live alone. There was no one in my room, no TV on, no background noise, nothing. So obviously I tried to explain it logically. Maybe I accidentally recorded something else, maybe it overlapped, maybe it was just one of those weird phone glitches. I didn't think too much about it, I just deleted it and went on with my day. But looking back now, that was probably the moment I should have paid more attention. Because that night, something else happened. And this time I couldn't explain it. I didn't record anything before sleeping. At least, I don't remember doing that. But when I woke up the next morning, there was a new voice note on my phone. Timestamp, 2:13 a.m. That alone was already strange, because I was asleep at that time, I'm sure of it. Still, I tried to stay calm. Maybe I woke up halfway and didn't remember. People do that sometimes. So I tapped on the recording, and immediately, I felt uncomfortable. It wasn't the voice this time, not at first. It was the silence. You know that kind of silence that doesn't feel empty? Like it feels like something is there, but you just can't see it? That's what it sounded like. Then I heard breathing, slow, steady, very close to the microphone. At this point, I sat up in my bed, because now I was paying attention. And then the voice came in, my voice. But this time, it didn't sound normal. It sounded aware. You should have locked the door. That's when I paused it. Because that sentence didn't just sound wrong, it felt wrong. I always lock my door, that's not something I forget, but still, something about the way it said it made me get up anyway. Slowly, I walked to the door and checked, it was locked. So I stood there for a few seconds just staring at it, trying to calm myself down. Relax, I told myself, it's nothing. But deep down, something didn't sit right, because that voice, it sounded exactly like me, too exactly. So I went back to bed. I tried to ignore it, I really did, but sleep didn't come easy. Every little sound felt louder than usual. The fan, the walls, even my own breathing. At some point I turned over in bed and just stared into the darkness of my room. That's when I noticed something. My phone screen lit up. I didn't touch it. I didn't get a notification. But it lit up. I reached for it slowly, and when I unlocked it, there was another voice note, recorded just a few seconds ago. My heart started beating faster. Because this time, I knew I didn't press anything. I didn't record anything. So, whatever this was, it wasn't me anymore. I hesitated, but I still pressed play. At first, nothing. Just that same heavy silence, then breathing again. But this time, it sounded closer. Closer than before. Like it wasn't just near the phone anymore, like it was in the room, right behind me. I froze, I didn't turn around. I couldn't. Then my voice came in again, but now it was whispering, very softly, very slowly. Don't move.